This is my new Elite rear wheel with the micro spline hub, center lock, brake, rotor. Let's pull these caps off. No, not that cap. I don't want that cap off. What I want is, oh gosh, get this, oh, well that was easy. This is the cap, you can see the bearings on the inside. Just push this back in here. Micro spline. Okay, so this is my other Elite 29er Pro 36 wheel. I am not pulling the cassette. I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to leave this Michelin Wild Enduro tire on here because who knows if I'm going to get into rough riding again, right? It's better just have a wheel ready to go that you add sealant to. What I will be taking off of here today is this is a 180 rotor. I want that on this wheel, and I'm going to put this specialized ground control grid tire. This is a T7. See that T7? This is supposed to be their really sticky compound. I've never ridden with one of these, and I want to find out. To pull the rotor off, I use one of these, undo. But to get the, where's my cassette? We're not going to do any of this. I'm just going to show you how to get the microspline cassette on here. Now, one of the things that I realized was that when you're busy switching cassettes between wheels, there are these little plastic washers that go on here, right? I might be a little bit, where'd that go? Okay. Might be a little bit loose. But the idea behind these washers is they stop the cassette from squeaking, and I've had that problem before. Your cassette can move slightly. So what I do is, where's my little plastic? Oh, here it is. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put a little bit of this grease on this hub body so that I don't get that squeaky, 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 squeaky. This this hub, I can see the grease that's inside it. So Elite really greased this one up. Oh shit, hold on, I gotta put something back on here. Check this out. This is the protective cover that's supposed to stop it from getting all smashed up. So this belongs on here like that, right? And just because I don't want to be touching the grease too much, which I probably has already gotten all over my fingers, I just use this little plastic baggy end here to spread this on, okay? Drop this little spacer on. Hopefully that works for us. Put this here, and then you need the cassette tool and an adjustable wrench, shifting spanner, crescent wrench, whatever the heck you want to call it. And then you get all of your, I don't need this right now. Drag all these guys over here. Okay, so it is really hard to mess this up, but you still can. Compared to the 11-speed cassettes, these ones go on really nicely. And remember I said this black coating, notice how the degreaser has lifted most of it off. You can actually end up with, see how it's really black in here? You can end up with a nice shiny silver cassette if you leave it in there long enough. All right, so if you look here, you see that there are these spaces, these teeth. There is only one way to put this on. It will not go on wrong, okay? You just have to be patient. Oh, come on, and get it properly lined up, and it drops in place, and that's it, right? Then you find the next biggest, oh God, scratchy head. Oops, where is it? Let me just check something here. Let me see if I got this lined up right. Yeah, oops, wrong way. Nope, right way. Right, so you see that? Now look at the spacing between the cassettes. So that's how you know that it's going on in the right order. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you drop. This is the next one, right? This is your 16. If you, no, and you can't put these on the wrong way, okay? Well, you can, but you can't. So if you put this, turn this over, and you try to drop it on here, it tries to fit, but because the teeth won't line up right here, that space is not that space. That big tooth needs to be in that space. So you can only put these on one way. Now look at the spacing here. See, these just drop together. That means that you need a spacer. Okay, so that's how you know that you missed something. So you drop, the fat spacer goes in, then you drop that on and look again and look at that. The spacing is correct, okay? Then you get the next one, which is, oh, and don't forget, now there's a thin spacer. You drop that on and you find your big tooth and you drop it on and you look again and oh, look at that. The spacing is just right. Oh, my time is up, that's fine. Then you get the next one again. You line up the big teeth. Now this gets a little harder because this one can line up kind of funny. Oh, come on. Yes. Get the tooth. Right, there you go. There, oops. There it is. And when you look at it, the spacing is correct. Okay? That's the trick. Here's this one. This is your 10 tooth. There you go. You look at it again and you notice that everything, oh, that one's sticking out a bit. I don't like the way that's lined up. So even though it felt like it fit, maybe it didn't fit quite right. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So it's this tooth here needs to line up with this. There you go. And that looks better, okay? Right. So then you take your locking ring and you drop that on. You take the spanner, not the spanner, but it's I gotta get this down, but there you go. You don't want to cross thread this, you want to get this on nice and tight. Use your crescent wrench. And you want that nice and snug. No rocking. Nothing's rocking. That's important. That's another way you know that you got the washer in and you got everything on tight, is this does not rock, okay? So that's it. That's how microspline cassette goes on. Easy, easy. If you had to take this off, you would use a chain whip, which is the wrench with the piece of chain on it. Hook it on here. You'd put this in like this. You'd take your crescent wrench and you would go this way, counterclockwise, to undo it. Okay? Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And that's it. So there you go. So that's it. I'm going to put the tire on, which you don't need to see because you know how to put a tubeless tire on. You know the fun that goes on with shaking up your stands and dropping a couple ounces in and forcing that tire on. Just make sure, you know, the magic is that you got to get your lettering lined up with your, what is it, valve, so that everything rolls smoothly. Anyway, as always, stress less, ride more, ride smart, ride safe. See you guys in the trails. Take care.